Hello there. Today I want to talk to you about why it's not healthy to be a member of Jehovah's Witnesses organization or to be a member of any cult type religion for that matter. First of all, I want to specify that I've been studying human psychology for the past 10 years, and that's because I started to study human psychology that I started to see how unhealthy it was for me to be one of Jehovah's Witnesses. So, three main things. There are many other smaller areas of things, so to speak, why it's not healthy to be a member of Jehovah's Witnesses organization, and even less growing up in that organization. But here I'm going to concentrate on three different things. First of all is that you have to deny yourself. When you are one of Jehovah's Witnesses, if you are an ex-JW, you know that, you have to deny yourself completely. Your life doesn't matter, what you like doesn't matter, nothing matters about you. All that matters is God and God's will. But you as a person, as a human being, what you want to do, what you think, what you dream about does not matter at all. So that is not healthy because you are and you will always be all there is as far as you are concerned. You are born on your own and you die on your own. You is the only vessel that you have as a human being, as a living spirit or as a living soul, whatever you want to call it. You are the only vessel of you. So if you are in a group like, such as Jehovah's Witnesses organization, if you are in a group that teaches you to deny yourself, this is not healthy because we are not created. We were never created to deny ourselves, because if it was the case, we would not even need to have a physical body as we have, which has different type of needs. We have physical needs and we have emotional needs. So if you are taught to deny yourself, this is not healthy at all. And that is why there are so many cases of depression among Jehovah's Witnesses. That's probably the number one cause, because we have to deny what is the most precious to us, which is our own body, our own spirit, our own soul, our own universe, which is us, which is you. So first thing, that's very, very unhealthy. Second thing, you have to give your power to someone else. The only one that has the power is Jehovah God, but you have zero power at all. If you grew up as one of Jehovah's Witnesses, or if you were one of Jehovah's Witnesses for any amount of years, like myself, even though I was one of Jehovah's Witnesses only for 10 years, which is relatively not so bad compared to other people I hear, being 20, 30, 40 plus years. But any amount of years that you've been one of Jehovah's Witnesses, you are taught that you have zero power. Well, as a life coach, I teach the opposite to my clients. I teach them, and I not only teach them, I show them the type of power that they have. And unless you learn how, first of all, to recognize this power and to use this power to better your life will most likely be miserable. Because when you don't understand the power that God gave you, whatever you call it, God or higher power, you don't even have to believe in a God like the Bible God, there is a higher power above us. If you don't believe that power that's given to you from that higher power, whether you call it God, whether you call it Jesus, whether you call it the universe, works for everybody. There is a power that's been given us. And without that knowledge of such power, our life is miserable because we pretty much live our life like a boat without a rudder. Okay? It's like you have that little boat that has no way of being controlled in any way, shape, or form, and that's going, with the wind. The wind, the waves just kind of direct the boat wherever it wants to, because there is no rudder. There is no power that is holding the boat left, right, or straight ahead. And your life is just pretty much like a boat without a rudder. If you do not understand that you have a type of power, you may not be God, but you have power to change your life tremendously. My life has changed tremendously once I've understood that I had this power in me, and that I could use this power to direct my life the way I wanted it to go. So that's the second thing that's very negative among Jehovah's Witnesses. They're teaching you that you have zero power. All the power is given to God. And the third very, very important thing, actually I should have put it first, but purposely I put it last of the three, because I may talk about it a bit longer because it's the most important one. Jehovah's Witnesses teach you not to love yourself. And God forbid, if you are a woman, it's even worse. If you are a woman among Jehovah's Witnesses organization, you are lesser. The man is like right here, the woman is right here. Because according to the Bible, the head of the woman is the man and the head of the man is Jesus. So the woman is down there. So, especially if you're female, but as a whole, even if you are a man, even if you are a male, you are taught not to love yourself. Because you're supposed to love God more than anything else, more than yourself, more than your own children, more than your own parents, more than anything. But as for you, you do not count. You are not taught to love yourselves. And you know what? If you are not able to understand that very, very fundamental foundation of life, to love yourself, you can't even love anyone else. Maybe that is one reason why, as you and I know, if you're an ex-JW, how Jehovah's Witnesses may be your friend one day, but if you happen to be disfellowship, they don't know you anymore. They disown you very easily. It's because they already have disowned themselves. And as Jehovah's Witnesses, if we are still Jehovah's Witnesses, we have already disowned ourselves. So it doesn't really matter. It's not that hard to disown someone else because we have zero love for ourselves. When you do not love yourself, it's impossible to truly love someone else. So when you are in an organization that teaches you not to love yourself, it's a big, big, big mistake. First of all, when let's say as either men or women, if you don't love yourself, most likely you're going to attract a very negative type of partnership, if you want to get married. You are going to most likely attract someone that may bring some trouble, some problems into the marriage because you do not love yourself. So it's very hard if you do not love yourself to attract the perfect partner in life, believe me. Unless you have a very healthy love of yourself, you'll be able to attract the right partner, the right husband or wife into your life. unless you really love yourself, you'll be able to attract the right job, the right career in your life. So it's very important to love yourself. Loving yourself has nothing to do with being arrogant. We're not talking about this. But you have to have a tremendous love for yourself. When you are one of Jehovah's Witnesses, what you learn most is to deny yourself. It's not to love yourself. I've never heard as many times in my whole life and during the 10 years I was one of Jehovah's Witnesses that, we are good for nothing. We are no good. We are imperfect. Only negative attributes, only negative adjectives, teaching us to always hate ourselves almost. So much less love ourselves. So, my friends, remember those three things. If you are one of Jehovah's Witnesses and you're not happy, you are even depressed, it's because of those three very, very important and maybe the main things that are taught to you on a daily basis. Again, number one, they teach you to deny yourself. And that's a huge mistake. You should never deny yourself. You are who you are. And you can't deny yourself and give it all to a God. Second thing is don't give all your power to that God. You have plenty of power within you that you can use on a daily basis to help improve your life tremendously, like 100% different from the life that you have now to the life that you could acquire. And number three, you are taught to to not love yourself. And unless you love yourself, you cannot even bring into your life the right people, the right circumstances, the right jobs, and all the happiness that you deserve. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, please, like it on YouTube here and comment on it, share it. And if you have any questions for the life coach that I am, anything that I can help you with, but just ask away and I'll do my best to answer your questions. Thanks for listening and see you on the next video. Bye-bye.